Thank you. Let's start off with the idea that when we got here in January 2010, we all know we were in pretty bad shape. Not just here in Patterson, all over. And, you know, we had to try to make New Jersey friendly for business again. Now, the fact is that people go into business to make money. It's not, you know, a social justice enterprise. It may turn out to have that as one of its products, but in the end, anybody in this audience who's gone into business, and any audience around the state, they go into business to make money, support their family. If their business becomes more successful, then they employ others. And they're able to help those people support their families. And that's the way, in the most simplistic terms, you build a strong private sector economy. The state has to be there to help support those folks. So what have we done since we've been here? First, we passed $2.3 billion in business tax cuts for business folks in the state that are phased in over the next 3 years. We've had 2 years of them, we have 3 more years with the phased in. That's helped to put more money in the pockets of business owners so they can use that money to hire people. We've lowered the amount of regulation in the state. A third less than what existed in the Corzine administration when we took over. All those regulations cost money. And it's money that you can't use then to hire folks to expand your business, to grow and open another location. And what's happened in the interim because we've taken these steps? 103,000 new private sector jobs in New Jersey since February of 2010. In the year before I got here, we lost 119,000 private sector jobs in 1 year. And what did we do during that year as we were losing these jobs? We raised taxes. Well, listen everybody, I understand that government needs money to run on, and this year, by the way, you know, we're going to have almost $32 billion in tax revenue. It's going to come into the state. Not like we're hurting. The question is, how much more do you take? Because every dollar you take is a dollar you're taking away from a business person, an employee, a hard worker, who would otherwise have the money to spend on their family, on their homes, on their own businesses, on their ability to send their children to school, save for their retirement. All those different things. They all need space to grow. So what we try to do by lowering taxes and lowering regulation is to give them some space to grow. And we've also done it by cutting spending and reducing what government spends. The only way to reduce your taxes is to reduce what we spend. There's no magic that happens, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's it. All these other kind of tax programs that we put into effect, rebates or other things we give you, we take money out of your left pocket, bring it to Trenton, keep some of it, then give you less back in your right pocket and save you, hey, why don't you say thank you? You know, because I still have less money than I had before. And we think sometimes you don't get that. I know you get it. And so what we're trying to do is to set up an atmosphere in this state, an expensive state to operate in already, what makes it a little bit less expensive so people have faith and trust in the fact that they can build a business and grow it and employ more people. 103,000 more people today working in private sector jobs in this state than were working 3 years ago. Every one of those people, every one of them, now has more money to pay for a roof over their heads, put food on the table for their families, and to do the type of things that make them feel a real sense of self-worth. They got to go to work every day. Nothing better than the opportunity to have a job, go someplace where you feel you're valued, and you're being paid to help support your family. So those are the things we're trying to do. They're very simple, basic things, but they're the powerful things that have built this economy in this state, in this country, over the last number of years, and we've got to get back to those basic, simple things, doing those things well. We do those things well, believe me, we have enough smart, hard-working, tough folks in this state to take as many jobs as we can create. And that's what I intend to keep trying to do in the next number of years. Yes, sir, the red shirt. And by the way, don't get exasperated. I'm trying to balance between men and women here. Because I get criticized sometimes. I call too many women, too many men. So I call to this gentleman here, the woman behind him, oh, I didn't get rid of it. Right? So We got time, don't worry about it. I'm trying to balance it between men and women, okay? So that we get everybody gets a chance to have a voice. Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Robert H. Moore, Jr. I am the only lawfully obtained, federally approved industrial hemp farmer in your state as of December 8, 2011. Here is my state certificate. Here is my county certificate. To piggyback off of what the gentleman over there was saying about corruption, it's been a year and 2 months since I was charged with possession of a controlled substance. To this date, I do not have a court date. I'm dying to get into the courtroom. I'm dying to have a trial, but I've been denied. You can start in Clifton first, then you can go to Bergen County, then you can go to Essex County, and then you can finally stop in Morris County where I received the most inhumane treatment. What else do I have to do to get my business up and running? The industrial hemp business is a $77 billion industry. I have all the proper documentations. I've sat with Mayor Jones twice. I've sat with the prosecutor of this county once. I've sat with the president of the NAACP. Everybody within your administration, because while you're at the helm, they are part of your administration. What red tape do I have to get through so I can help create jobs here in Patterson first, the first planned industrial city of the United States?
You got your certificates?
As of December 2011, yes sir.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to get you a meeting with the person who can cut through the red tape for you. So, Wells, we got to get this gentleman to So we're going to get you a meeting with the Commissioner of Health, and we're going to get your work moving in the right direction. I don't know the specific steps you're going to have to take to make sure you check the boxes. But you send all your information to Wells, he will send it to the Commissioner of Health, and then we'll be ready to go.
You can actually look at the November-December issue of the Passaic County Post newspaper. My story was in there, so you can check that out also.
All right. Thank you very much.